And record. And play. Okay, here we go. I was wondering too, like, why the beat wasn't right. And you actually have to change the setting on this. The actual, by default, your tempo maxes out at 240, but there's a way to make it faster because you need a higher resolution. You need it so that the hi-hats aren't on every beat, but only the first, 5th, 9th, and 13th. Let me explain that. Notice tempo here goes up to 240, but if you want like a BPM of 160, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to double it basically. So I'm gonna turn this off, and you have to get to the global settings. To do that, you hold, I think, function and then power, look, global. Then when you hit 5, like, you're gonna light up 5 so that it says tempo, and FL means full. If you turn it off, it's normal, full. Okay, and now you can hit record to get out of this, so it starts up. And then now look at my tempo thing, it's like firing up, and look, you go all the way to 600 BPM. That'll make some crazy noise here, but now I'm gonna dial it down to like 320. So that's the first thing you're gonna do, is set that tempo. Now I'm gonna pull this one away and show you the beat I programmed, because I was like, I pulled up some rock and roll, and let me play this so you can hear it. I'm gonna turn up the swing a little bit. Okay, now whether or not the hi-hats sound good, I haven't figured that part out yet, but this will at least get you started on the beat, because I don't think that the way that we were doing the beat was gonna work at all. Let me move my mic here. Okay. So I set my tempo to like 300-ish or whatever, and I'm gonna go back, show you what samples I used. So for the kick, it's number 7. For the snare, and I don't know about the settings, it's 17. And then I'm gonna put, I put hi-hats on both instrument 8 and 9. But notice, this is hi-hat if I play it live. Okay, so now it's time to program these. I'm just going to turn on the step mode and show you, and you can go crazy after this. But here the kick is on 1, 5, 6, 11, and 13. I can solo this. Oh, you can't solo 2. Interesting. So that's the secret. You got to turn up the tempo high so that you can place just the hi-hats on the 4/4, that thing that we were talking about before. That way you can fill in all these other little things, like turn the length down. So I don't know if that's the kind of drum beat you want, but this is something I would play with. Another tip is that motion record thing. And I have to scoot out of here, so I'm sorry about the lack of information here. But to do that, you gotta turn on motion sequence. So I'm gonna hold function and hit this one. So now that's motion sequence is on. And now I'm gonna play around with like the length, I think. So I'll hit play. And then I'm gonna hit record. It's gonna wait for me to turn a knob. It's only gonna record one knob and then one loop, and it'll stop recording. So that might be a subtle difference. So I'm gonna go back to this part too, because I have another kick. I basically doubled up the hi-hat. I'm gonna hit record. The motion sequence is not on, so I have to go function, motion sequence, record. And that's it. So I'll let you figure out the rest, but that's at least how I would program that beat, that punk rock beat, or fast thrash metal, whatever you want to call it. Hope this helps. I'm gonna hit stop and pray that this all recorded correct. And look, I kept it under 5 minutes.